Yo, BBA Fast Break. You know, this is team previews. This is from the last episode from last night. We did New Beginnings Season 4 preview. So, we didn't get finished with all of them, so I had to go ahead and just do it today. Make sure everybody show some love to every team, everybody who's participating in this league. So, shout out to you guys for sure, you know what I'm saying? I'm just working, man. It's not. This is fun. This is fun for me, so it's not. It's not. I mean, I'm free today. I'm free. No wife, no daughter here. My son here. He's playing Roblox, so I got time today. But right now, we're gonna do the Southwest Division. Okay. So in the Southwest Division, we're on the West Coast now. You know what I'm saying? We're on the West Division. We finished the East. I finished the East stuff, so now we're on the West side, man. So let's get right to it, man. Let's get to it. Who we got coming in to the Southwest Division. We got the Grizzlies, prime time, 0, triple one. We got Pelicans, Little BZ, 23. Rockets, we got Ernie, X-Clamper. Mavs, Lou got next. Spurs MVP of the year. And my guy Rich. So what we got, man? How we looking with the Southwest? This division right here, what's the division consist of? It consists of season 3 champion, the Rockets. Ernie won season 3 champion, so he has the same roster mostly. So we're gonna, make sure we go to the champs, check them out. But let's start off in Memphis, man. Let's start off in my hometown. Let's see what let's see what Prime got going on in Memphis, man. All right. Memphis Grizzlies currently sits at the top of the Southwest Division. They played 16 games in the early season. We're talking about less than 3 days since the season started. He already put 16 games up. That's impressive. It's very impressive. So let's start off in Memphis, man. Let's get right to the head coach. Taylor Jenkins, head coach from day one, still from the beginning of 2K23. So we're looking at Taylor Jenkins, head coach, Brad Johnson's assistant coach. Strengths and weaknesses, mid-range scoring, his strength, 3-point scoring, layups and blocks. Weakness, agility, strength, steals and passing. All right, key wins. Let's go key wins. Key games. Nuggets, 67 in a win, 67-60 over the Nuggets. Play Nuggets again, 68-61 win. Play Nuggets for a third time, 63-51 win. Tyrese Maxey had 14. He's no longer with the Nuggets. Okay, so keep it moving. Celtics 64-52 with the win. Every game he won so far, the other team opponent has scored more points. So this is a more well-balanced scoring team that Prime has in Memphis this season. He beat the Timberwolves. That's the big win, 69-67. Timberwolves beat him second time, 72-95. He beat the Heat, 76-70. The Bulls, he won 85-80. Lost to the Pelicans, 65-75. We had the Trailblazers, 73-30. He beat the Trailblazers. This is funny. Only 2 games. He has Detroit. He beat Detroit 88-85. DeJounte had 26, and he beat the Lakers 121-87. So he only had 2 games where his his player has led the whole game in scoring. That's impressive. Give me 1 second. Let's go back. So let's go back to the beginning. I'm sorry. Bottom of the league, you got team leaders. Like I said, we talking about the Pelicans. We talking about the Grizzlies right now. So DeJounte Murray is a team leader. He's the leader of his team at 88. And we also, for the Southwest Division, newly acquired Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Mavericks, in 96. You got Zion, 96. You got Jalen Green in the 91 for the Rockets. And you got John Collins around the multi-team leaders in the 86. All right, sorry about that. Let's get back to the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, back to the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm sorry about that. I like to do shit in certain orders and I missed my order. So let's get right back to it. All right, last season, 37-45 prime. He made the deadline, but very busy schedule. He made the playoffs. I didn't make the playoffs. From what I'm seeing, he didn't make the playoffs, but he didn't make playoffs. He made the playoffs the year before that. Okay. Average age 25. That's a young team. So let's check them out. Start lineup: DeJounte Murray, point guards, the leader of the team. You got Anthony Simons. He's a new player from Detroit in the offseason. He was part of the Trae Young trade. You got Zaire Williams, 82. He's coming into his own. He's starting line now, 82. He came from 74 beginning of the season. You got Jaren Jackson Jr., 87. He's staying solid, been solid from day one. He got Jalen Duran from Detroit in the trade also. He got Dort off the bench at 79, a great defender. John Contra, a great shooter. Matthew Cleveland, great shooter. Brian Breyer, you got to check him out. He's a rookie, second-year player. Zubac, 79, great backup. Chris Silva, free agent. He just signed him maybe a day or two ago. A great rebounder, decent shot blocker. Malcolm, great backup. TJ Powers. I've seen him on a couple of streams. I didn't know who he was, but it's TJ Powers, 73 overall. He is the rookie from this class. That's his rookie this year, the 11th pick. Chris Livingston from Kentucky, 76. You got Miles McBride. He's been around for a while. Let's get back to the starting lineup, man. This team identity, I would say, you got some good defenders. You got great defenders. You got DeJounte, probably one of the best on-ball defenders, point guard wise, throughout the tendency of this 2K. So check DeJounte out. He's the leader of this team, man. He's currently averaging 12.5 points. He's looking at almost 6 assists a game, 2 steals per game. Shooting 40% from the 40% from the field, 20% for three, 80% free throws, and he also averages 25 minutes per game. DeJounte having a solid season. Like I say, he played 16 games so far. So maybe 16 games. I still see the increase. I would see the increase. Maybe he could get to 14, 15 points. But like I said, he's winning right now. So, maybe he's cool at having DeJounte at 13 points. DeJounte, solid shooter. I just want to check to see he's still one of the top defender guards at 29 years old. 90 overall. From a defender, steals 89. A hell of a rebounder from a point guard position. Help defense. He's still one of the top defending point guards. Great stamina. Not the greatest, but 91 is you can last a long time with 91 stamina. Defense, silver. Throughout the years, people lose their badges, and I don't see a lot of guys with gold defensive badges on the perimeter. So silver is the new gold right now. So he's still a top defender. We'll call you back. No podcast. All right. Let me see. So DeJounte is doing good. He's the leader of the Grizzlies team. Like I said, he got some help in the backcourt this year. He got Anthony Simons. Anthony's from Detroit. He came from Detroit last season. Had a great year with Drop. Now he's in Memphis. He's going to help out the guy DeJounte in the backcourt. He has gold badges. He's 26 years old. He's at his peak, in his prime. Let's see how he's looking right now, as far as his stats so far this season. 15 points a game, 2 assists, 2 rebounds, almost 40% field goal percentage, 42% from the three, 76% from free throws, and 25% free throw. Again, a lot of goddamn phone calls in Texas right now. What time would be over? And if you need to ride to work, hold on, 20 minutes. All right, let me keep going. Zaire Williams, averaging 6.7 points a game, 3 rebounds, almost 1 assist per game, shooting almost 38%, almost 23% three-pointer. I'm pretty sure that's going to increase. He's a pretty good shooter, primarily great shooter. I'm pretty sure Jair has a good percentage attribute as far as three-point shooting, getting 30 minutes a game close, almost. Shoot 86%, so I'm sure that's going to go up very soon because Zaire can knock those down. And no problem could get him open. Okay, he has to be worked by 3. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Let me keep it going. Jaren Jackson, I'm pretty sure he's at the peak of his potential. Hell of a defender. So we talking about this team is defensive. I mean, you're talking about one of the top guards defensive wise, and you got one of the top power forward centers defensive wise. You're talking about Dort off the bench is a small forward. You can actually put Dort in the star lineup. You can actually put, it doesn't matter how he could do a lot with his lineup. He could change this lineup. He could have Zaire run 4 if he wanted to. He could have Jaren Jackson run a 5 and Durant off the bench. He could put Durant power forward. He could do so much with this lineup, his team, that it doesn't really matter. It just, what the matchup is. He could counter any lineup easily. So I do like the Memphis Grizzlies to make the playoffs this year. They have a solid roster. They're doing great right now. They're the top team in the Southwest Division. Let's move on to the Pelicans. We got shout out to Prime once again, doing a great job so far. To my guy, Lil Beezy, 23, New Orleans Pelicans. If y'all saw on the bottom, you got Zion. He is the second. Well, it's a tie with him and Giannis, but I'm gonna say Zion is the second best in this division, behind Giannis. So we got the Pelicans 8-2 currently, 8 wins, 2 losses. Head coach Daniel Nelson, assistant coach Bobby Thorpe. Strength, weakness. You got post defense, 3-point scoring, layups, dunks. My goddamn phone keep on. Goddamn. All right, weakness, steals, offensive IQ. Key wins. Let's go key wins and key losses. Took a loss to the Magic, top team out the East. Zion had 26 points in a 62-72 point loss. He beat the Clippers 65-46. He beat the Grizzlies, 75-65. Zion put up 20. He beat the Pistons. That's a big win. 80 points to 74. He beat the Timberwolves. That's an impressive win. He beat the Timberwolves 87-69. And Zion put up 19. Then he lost to the Pelicans also, 55-66. Had a big win against the Suns, 73-56. Had another win against the Grizzlies, 73-56. Zion put 22, and Zion put up 28 against the Nuggets in the 74-61 win. All right. So last season the team was 62-20, including the Sim playoff team. This team, I'm gonna say they made to the first or second round, but this team is a conference finals team for sure. It's going into the season, a very contender for the championship. Current age, average age this season is 24. He's a young team, but he has a 96 star player, so that's a good sign for this future for the New Orleans Pelicans. Let's get to the lineups. Like I said, the lineup: point guard Terry Rozier from Charlotte. He made it over here to the Pelicans. You got Dyson Daniels, shooting guard, 85. This guy has jumped. He has went to another level. At 85, he's pretty much at that star level where he could be a big factor. Mac Mabago, 79. Great. It's a great rating for this young guy. You got Zion, 96. Amari, 81. It's the center. That's this star lineup. This lineup is a new lineup, but this is Zion's team, and these are all new faces except Dyson. These guys were here last year, but it looks new. It looks like a very, very new team, with the two new created guys, I guess. Let's check these guys out, because I've seen them before. I played them last year, but let's go deep dive in some of these faces. Great shooter. Mac is a great shooter. Mac, great ball handler. I mean, that's this team has great ball handlers. You talking about Terry? You got small forward that could handle the ball just as good as Terry. Great defender. He could guard power forwards and small forwards and point guards, shooting guards. He could guard pretty much anything except the center spot. Block shots. I mean, the kid was 6'9". I mean, he could run at the 4. You could run him at the 4 and run Zion. You could do small ball this line. So far, these two teams I've talked about, they have lineups you could change their lineups at any moment. So they have a lot of flexibility. Rebound. He's a great rebounder in the small forward position at 87. Not great help defense, but he does a lot of other things that helps his team win. Great stamina. Not a lot of badges, but that's okay. B's not to make up for that. Let's check out Dyson. Dyson is on the rise. Not a lot of badges again. He has a lot of playmaking badges, so I'm assuming Dyson is another good ball handler. Let's check out Dyson attributes. Great shooter for sure. Great shooter. Ball handler, 96. Wow. I don't remember this cat doing all that. You're talking about 4 guys for sure. Rozier, Mac, Dyson, and Zion that can handle the basketball. This team, he could come up the court and call play with any of these guys and create some shit. So, I mean, that to me is underrated. When they're probably overlooking this team, because B just said itself. This team can win the championship. 86 perimeter. This guy got great defense. He can guard anybody on the wing in guard position. Steals. He can take anybody ball. I mean, these guys are when you look at them, when I look at this team, it doesn't scream what's coming final. When you look deep into what they have, it's like they have what it takes. They have what it takes for sure. Stamina. He can play the whole game. I mean, he don't need all the big names to win. D'Angelo off the bench. I mean, that's a great 6 man. D'Angelo role, I think he fits perfect as a 6 man. He's not much of a defender, but he can put the ball in the hole. You want your guy to put the ball in the hole off the bench. You need somebody to score off the bench. You got Greg Jackson. He improved a lot. Winslow still a solid role player. Jones, solid. Trent Flowers, this is a rookie. We talked about him last night. A very solid rookie. You got VJ Miller. I think B said he do like this rookie too. You got Eubanks, 75, still solid. Probably won't see a lot of minutes. Kane. You got Kane. You got Mitchell. Yes, Mitchell. Come on now, man. You got Devon Mitchell. This team is strong. That's another great defender, Devon Mitchell. Great shooter. I mean, but his defense is what? He's like a Marcus Smart, I would say. He's like the new Marcus Smart. He's 27 years old. He's in his prime far as his peak. From the defense, 91. Not a great steal, but he can stay in front of anybody. It's gonna be hard to get past him. But this team has top defenders. They have Zion, one of the best in the league. So this team right here, I'm expecting like big things from Pelicans. So shout out to Bees for running a good organization over there in New Orleans. We got the Houston Rockets. We got the defending champions, man. This is Ernie. Like I said, his Jalen Green is number 3 on this list. He's number 3 at a 91 overall as far as team leaders in this Southwest Division. So, like I said, man, this is the champion from last year. So let's see how they Ernie recover from the offseason. Did he lose anything? He gained anything? What happened with his team? Point. So you got the head coach Billy Donovan, Stanley Strickland's assistant coach. Strengths, vertical, 3-point scoring, layups, dunks, weakness, steals, strength. Only one game so far. He's been busy, I guess. Clippers. He beat Clippers 87-51. Jabari Smith Jr. had 15. All right. Let's get to it. Last season, 56-26, average age 25. Like I said, this is the world champion. So let's see, can he run it back? He has the same crew, I want to say. He has the same crew with a little bit more, and these guys have improved, the young guys. Markelle Fultz, the point guard. This is what they're showing me. He might not be accurate. Jalen Green, the shooting guard, in a 91, he increased. Kawhi Leonard, he regressed, but he's still a top defender. So Ernie didn't use him for scoring. He used him for defense, so he still could do that. Jabari Smith Jr. at 85. I think he improved a little bit. I'm sure Ernie expected him to be higher eventually, but he's very, very good with this guy. So 85 still a solid rating, no matter if you was expecting more or less. It's still 85. 85 is a top player in the league. Derek Lively improved to 80. That's good. Kevin Porter Jr. 81. He signed him in the offseason. He paid this man. He was great in the finals. Caleb Foster 76. You got Easton at 79. Tyler Smith 72. Solid. You got Sengun at 83 off the bench. I mean, yeah, off the bench. You're talking about a combination of maybe Markelle Fultz or KPJ off the bench, Easton, and you talking about Sengun. I mean, Klay Thompson. I mean, Ernie got stronger. This team has got stronger. Kawhi regressed, but like I said, he's a defender for this team. And you're talking about Klay Thompson. Klay still can knock him down at 76. 85 and 84, that's still solid numbers. Free throws, he can knock him down. Can he still play defense? Still can play defense, solid, 81. He doesn't have finishing. Never expected Klay to have finishing baskets, but look at his shooting. He still has silver shooting badges. Klay can still knock an open shot, easy. Still a good defender with bronze. Like I said, silver is the new gold at this point. So to have a bronze, to have a badge in defense, it means you play defense, because it used to be a time where by season 4 everybody had gold badges. So to have a bronze or a silver, that means something. This team, I think this team is strong enough to repeat. So let's watch out for Ernie for the repeat. I think, like I said, Pelicans got stronger. Also the Grizzlies. So this is a strong division so far. But I will say, just from looking at the names, and maybe it's the names, Ernie still has the best team in the Southwest Division. But like I said, you saw Pelicans roster. Don't sleep on them. They have everything what it takes to beat this team. So shout out to Ernie, man, for winning the championship once again. And I'm saying let's move on to the next team. We got the Dallas Mavericks. We got Lou got next. Lou got next made a big trade. He currently has the best player in this division with Giannis. Giannis is a 96. You know, he probably regressed a little bit, but we talking about still the best in the world. So let's check out. He hasn't played a game yet. He's been pretty busy, I guess. So let's check out his head coach, Robin Warwick. We got Chris Gent, assistant coach. Strengths and weakness, low post offense, his strength, post defense, blocks, rebounding, weakness, steals, offensive IQ, ball handling, perimeter defense. Okay, let me see. Last season, 58-24, including the Sims. He was a playoff team, lost first round against the Nuggets. So he's hoping to bounce back. Like I said, he got Giannis now. He traded AD and Donovan Mitchell. So he got the biggest fish you could get. But he lost two of his guys. So we'll see how this team look far as this year's team and last year's team. Average age 28, so this is a veteran team. One of the older teams in the Southwest Division. Might be the oldest team. So far, he hasn't done his lineup yet. Hasn't played, so his lineup isn't accurate as the screen shows for our starters. So you have R.J. Hampton, Alec Burke, you got Fisher, you got Chris, you got Jared Allen, who's on the trading block currently. If you want Jared Allen, hit him up. Chris Dunn, still a swiper. You got Bogdan, he's still a good shooter, 77. Phillips, I think he was a rookie 2 years ago, 74. Taco Fall, 72, still 7'5". You know, he's still tall as hell, so he's still an asset. Giannis, 96, this the guy. Keldon Johnson from Milwaukee. He came with Giannis and also Fred VanVleet. So he came with an Obi Toppin and also PJ Washington. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys, 6 with Troy Brown Jr. are all from Milwaukee. So this is actually his new team right here. Like I said, I think Giannis, he needs shooters, but he also likes to have defenders who can shoot 3-and-D guys. So I think Keldon can put them on the hold, but can Keldon play defense? We will see. Fred could play defense. Obi Toppin, offense, can dunk the ball. PJ can put the ball on the hole. He can shoot it pretty well. So I think Luke still can make the playoffs. He still has a good team that can still win. You got Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Giannis makes everybody's job a lot easier. So let's gonna watch out for the Mavericks. Like I said, no games played yet. So let's keep it moving. All right, last on my list, Southwest Division, my guy, MVP of the year, Rich. So we got Rich, my guy. What's up, man? We got we're gonna talk about your team right quick. 0-2. I like what he did this offseason. I think he made some big signings. He got his guys back. You know, they could have been somewhere else, but he signed his guys back first day. So shout out to Rich for doing that. Because Capella was on, I was watching his ass, but he went so fast. You know, Rich, he jumped on top of it. Last season, 24-58. He didn't make the playoffs, but this team right here, I think he has enough talent to turn shit around season 4. Average age, 24 years old. That's a young team. Head coach Greg Popovich is still there. Assistant coach Mitch Johnson. Strengths and weakness: post defense, 3-point scoring, layups, dunks. Weakness: passing, strengths, and steals. I gotta pick my nephew up, so that's why I'm rushing through this. All right. We got Spurs. He played 2 games so far. He played against the Pistons. He lost 81-101. Trae Young put 25 up. He lost to the Trailblazers 63-73. John Collins put 32 up. That's impressive. Like I said, it's early in the season, so he hasn't played a lot of games yet. So we don't have a lot of data on this team yet. But like I said, let's get to the rosters. I think it's a solid team from what I saw earlier. It's a better team than the first 3 seasons. So I think he's going up and up every season. So it's a good sign from a team that started out at the bottom. Now he's going up. Anthony Black, this guy for season 1 rookie, I want to say. So he's small forward, power forward. Am I right? Point guard, small forward. I know my shit. He got Dahmer and gold. Black is on. He on the rise. It is 79. You got Josh Richardson, shooting guard. Bruce Brown, small forward. John Collins. He signed John Collins back in the offseason. He was a free agent. He was on some people watch list, and also Clint Capella. So he got 2 of these big men back. That was a big win. Mal Bridges, he has Mal Bridges on the block currently. So I think Mal Bridges, he's a good asset, for this team, but I think he wants a different direction. So he probably wants a different type of talent that Mal doesn't offer, because Mal, he's a high flyer, but he got John Collins for that too, and Capella. So I think he might want something different. So I can see why he put Mal Bridges on the block. So if anybody want Mal Bridges, hit up Rich. You got Ian Jackson. This is a rookie. We talked about it last night. Number 1 pick from this past draft. This kid, from what we saw last night, he's one of the ones. He's number 1 pick of the draft. He has what it takes, man, to be one of the top players in the next 5 years, at least 88 or 90. He has what it takes. So I think San Antonio is most definitely going in the right direction. Like I said, he locked up Capella and Collins to longer contracts. Yes. So by the time that kid gets going, these guys will still be there. Capella might go down as far as his age, because he's 31. So he might go down, but he still could be able to play defense. I'm assuming defense don't go that far down. Offense does, but defense doesn't. John Collins will be early 30s by that time, but still over 80. So once the kid progresses, we make it that far, I think this team will be a team to be reckoned with in the next two seasons. Let's say next season. They're not far right. They're not far at all. Make some more moves. They could be a playoff team right now. They're very much starting to rise. Josh Hart, always a solid role player. You got Blake Wesley. He's been a rise since season 1. I think he started off with like a 71. Now he's a 77. So he's progressing. You got Jovic. He's a 78 now. He's a good defender. I'll say that he's a good defender. He has no badges, but He's still useful. He's still a useful player. I mean, I wouldn't mind taking this guy. Well, defense not that solid, but it's decent. 70, 69, 66. But he's on the end of the bench, so it's not necessarily like he's not a bad player. But I like this team. I think Rich going in the right direction for sure. All right, if I had to rank these 5 teams, as far as talent, we're just talking about talent-wise on the roster. I'm gonna go with the Rockets off the top. Check it out one more time, y'all. We got champions. It's only right the champ get the champ who ain't here and lose nothing. He's number 1. He has the best team in the Southwest. Number 2 could be debated. With the Grizzlies, Pelicans, and maybe the Mavs. But I'm only saying Mavs because Giannis and these guys are solid. But I think Pelicans have a lot more to offer. It's just not the big names you might see on your everyday roster. But even then, if I go on by names and just talent, I'm going to say number 2 team. I'm going to say the Grizzlies. So I got the Rockets 1, Grizzlies 2, and I will go Pelicans 3 as far as the roster-wise. And then 4, I would give it to Giannis. Giannis in this gang, Giannis, I mean, he can make a lot of shit work. This team might not have the best roster, but I mean, we talking about you got a good user in Lou, and you also got Giannis. So you talking about he could easily be in the top spot of the Southwest. And you got San Antonio Spurs. I'm gonna give San Antonio 5, but I would also give San Antonio is an improving team year by year. So shout out to everybody. Shout out to Rich for improving this team. And I'll holler at y'all, man. It's been a good one. I got 2 more left, and then we'll get the season rolling, man.